That's right. It's FA Cup week in England. Or we call it FA Cup weekend in England. Of course, it is FA Cup going on right about now. Different matches. Arsenal teaming up with Mansfield United. We'll be letting you know all of that and much more very shortly. And don't forget as well, we have league actions all around the world. And of course, we also have some other sporting stories. You know, it is complete sport, and complete sport, you don't take it just football. It is all spectacle of sports. From here, from there to everywhere. This is how we do it every time. Don't forget, 4 o'clock, we have the Bet Naija sponsored segment where we ring on board. Here's the Bet Naija, and of course, what they do there. And we also look through a deliberation. What are we looking at this afternoon? You'll get to know very, very shortly. It feels good to be here again this beautiful weekend, the very first weekend in the month of March. And it feels good to be here. Let me begin by saying happy birthday to Fifolu Oladejoye. Yes, that's one of our own here. Today is our birthday. We'll get to celebrate her much more later on the show. For now, welcome to Sports. Complete Sports with the finest. This beautiful, beautiful Saturday, the 7th day of March, 2026. It's good to have you join in on behalf of the team here. Yusuf Oladimeji Yusuf is taking care of BIZ here. Uwale Adetoro is the man behind the transmitting, and of course, Bobola Igofemi taking care of the swimming. He's also going to be joining me as we dissect the ever complete and busy world of sport this beautiful afternoon. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest. Welcome on board. All right, let's begin from, of course, you must begin from home. Charity, ordinary, should start from home now. So let's begin from home. And of course, there's something that is happening on May 1. Yes, I was supposed to be a part of the event yesterday, talking about the unveiling of the event. But because I was here live, so I had to send someone to go cover it. And of course, I was told, the guys are ready. What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about Amir Khan. You know, Amir Khan and Dr. Ezekiel Adamu, they are the ones that operate Bamura Sports Group Promotions. Of course, they have unveiled a landmark event titled Chaos in the Ring. Of course, it's a boxing event that is going down in Nigeria on May 1, on Workers' Day, May 1. Of course, the fight, they said, is going to be transforming the Federal Palace Hotel into a global boxing stage, with the event set to be broadcast live worldwide on DAZN. The show promises a unique blend of elite professional boxing and the continent's first major influencer bout, positioning Nigeria as a growing powerhouse in African boxing. Of course, one funny thing that is coming on that day, we have professional boxing coming on, but the one that seems to be headlining it now is the Zazu Kruna. Bam Bam. Bam Bam laughs. Zazu Kruna, Portable, and also Kata Efe. They are the ones, I'm telling you right about now, the world is to see something great. And you know what? Nigerian Boxing Federation has sanctioned this event. Portable versus Kata Efe on May 1 in Lagos. They are not taking this one as a, what is it called?
As a joke.
It's a novelty match.
It's a serious order.
A serious fight. It's going to be broadcast by...
I saw it and I was like,
it's going
what happened? But I think Kata Efe has shown, Portable on the other hand has showed Kata Efe what he's able to do, because Kata Efe went to see him alongside his friends, and Portable on the other hand turned it into something else. He started to give Kata Efe on his face, and Kata Efe wasn't able to do anything. So maybe we might actually see, because I see Kata Efe as a Gen Z type of guy, and Portable is from the street. So
he's a street guy.
So I would, as a Gen Z style, I want Kata Efe on the other hand to show that the Gen Zs actually have something to do, because street boys will always make mouth, do all of these things. But like you said, since the Boxing Federation is now involved, I think we now need to take it serious, because initially I thought it was going to be a joke. Just entertainers now, or celebrities now, see everything as a joke and see everything as a mode of trending, and they do all of these things to get the attention.
Exactly.
For somebody like Portable that he has stopped releasing music, he would always want to be in the news for something, as well as Kata Efe, who has started to gain maybe much more fans on the streaming platform where he does his things right there. So let's look out for that one. I think it's just going to be fun. People would laugh at the end of the day. Yes. But if you ask me what I think we will, honestly, it's Portable.
Portable would finish that guy. Yeah, so much money on the card. Of course, 50 million naira already for whoever wins. This one is coming from Celso Soberekon, music executive. Of course, let's see what happens. If we understand it's going to go live on streaming platforms, and we have over 10 million are going to be following this one live and direct. So big one. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, to a more serious one now. Former world two-time heavyweight champion, talking about Anthony Joshua, sent a goodwill message to British Nigerian boxer Patricia Mbata ahead of bid to secure a place on Team Nigeria for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Joshua, in a video shared by Mbata on Instagram, joined Frinkley and District Amateur Boxing coach Sean Porphy in wishing the middleweight boxer well at the trials in Lagos this week. The trials are going on in Lagos, and of course Joshua then echoed the coach's demand, saying, well, he said what they are looking at is for those who are going to be representing Nigeria. So the trials are going down in this next week in Lagos. I remember when we used to have Mobi trials those days, athletics Mobi. That was when we have very good athletes representing us.
Yeah.
So this one somehow has been going down before now, but boxing trials seems to be resurfacing at this time. And of course, this one for those who represent Nigeria are the Commonwealth Games. So we have the trials coming up this week in Lagos.
Yeah, it's going to be intense because I mean they know that they're going to be done in the green, white, green jersey of Nigeria at the big stage. I mean, you can call the Commonwealth big because even in England too, they also call a particular competition the Commonwealth. And I remember Anthony Joshua participated in that one 2010, and that was in India right there. So for somebody that's been through that type of phase before at the amateur level, and eventually won that particular competition, so you know he has been there. He has participated in a lot of youth competition, Commonwealth, Olympic, where that was 2008. I remember that the Olympics was 2009, then the Commonwealth was 2010. So it's okay for him. And with what Anthony Joshua is doing, so far so good. We've been seeing him promoting the Nigerian culture.
Exactly.
Before he had all of these terrible incidents, it was at Ogun State for a very long time. I mean, sharing good moments with people and all of it. So it's nice that he has decided to send a very good message to one of maybe not the representative right now, but very soon.
Somebody who's
hoping to be because with this goodwill message, there's no motivation that's better than this. Imagine world heavyweight champion giving you a motivation. There's no way it's not
someone that's been there as well.
Has been there exactly as the Commonwealth. So I think for this lady, she should make herself proud, make Anthony Joshua proud, and also if eventually she clinched the ticket to represent Nigeria, she should also make Nigeria proud.
I love that. Okay, well, the National Sports Commission has announced that the third National Paralympic Games will hold from March 26 to April 3, 2026 at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, bringing together para-athletes from across the federation in what the commission described as the critical steps in building a sustainable pipeline of champions for international competition. According to the Director General of the Federation, Sports Commission, Bukola Olapade, he said the games reflected the Commission's commitment to placing para sports on equal rooting with every other sports discipline in Nigeria. For so many years now, whether they give them support or not, they've always delivered the para athletes in Nigeria.
Yes.
The ones that get all of the full support, they don't even deliver at the end of the day. Para-athletes in Nigeria are like Super Falcons.
Yes. You're spot on. You're spot on it.
Whether we support or no support, they've always delivered.
Exactly. 2022 Olympics, the last Olympics, I think it was 2020 Olympics, they won 10 medals. The other guys, the ones that participated in the Olympics, the Paralympics won 10 medals, 4 gold, 5 bronze, and 1 silver. The other Olympics, nothing was shown. Nothing.
In London 2012, they came empty-handed. And if you see how much they spent on them.
Exactly. Because the Olympic comes first, then the Paralympics. So for this lady, there's this lady, Blessing Obuduru, wrestling, and she came third in the last Olympic, winning bronze. And I guess that was the first woman to win the bronze in the Paralympics, and first at the stage for Nigeria. These are the people that we should be giving support. I can also say the likes of Tobi Amusan are also making athletics proud in the Olympics. I mean, talking about the other side of athletics, but when it comes to the big stage to deliver, they don't deliver. But this one, I think they have started to realize now that we need to start putting in more work and supporting Paralympic contestants when it comes to big games like this, because they've actually been the one making us proud. Just like I always say that even the Super Falcons should be getting so much support.
Exactly.
If the Olympians cannot do it, let's support the Paralympics. If that's what will give us a glory at the end of the day. Wrestling, athletics, they always make us proud. I said it before, gold 4, bronze 5, silver 10. And in the Olympics, we struggle to even get a bronze medal. Even qualification to the final round, where they will eventually face the big boys, we don't see that. Tobi Amusan would do all of the paparazzi. I'm not trying to say that she's not a good athlete, but her paparazzi stops at the World Championship.
Exactly.
When it comes to the Olympic, which is the biggest, we've known it for a very long time. When it all started in Greece and all of it, she doesn't perform at the best. Same thing with every other. Maybe just the under 23 boys that maybe recently we've seen them spark some things, because 2016 they came third in that one with Mikel Obi, and apart from that we've not really seen athletics, wrestling, but the Paralympians, they have always done well.
They have always been spot on.
Yes, they've always represented us. So it's nice now that support is going on when it comes to them. And Bukola Olokwade, I mean the secretary of the NSC, that means right now they are all involved. Since the national secretary can also come out and speak as regards to this one, that means they are all involved. And I'm trusting that they will definitely make us proud. Commonwealth, come on. That's
a prayer. Let's pray they make us well. I mean, they do us well. Okay, still talking about Paralympics, but international level now. I mean, even with all of the troubles going on, Russia has won its very first Paralympic medal since 2014. A while ago, before we came into the studio, as Varvara Ferenchyokina claimed the bronze in the women's downhill standing in Cortina. Of course, despite Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine, the International Paralympic Committee (IPC) has allowed 6 Russian athletes and 4 from their allies, Belarus, to present their countries accompanied by their national flags rather than competing as neutrals, which happened before now because of the war in Ukraine. Of course, the move sparked backlash with Friday's opening ceremony yesterday. You remember we talked about it, Bam Bam and I yesterday. We talked about it here when the opening ceremony was boycotted by 7 other countries, including Ukraine, and the Russia delegation was booed by some spectators in the Verena Arena during the parade. I mean, Bam Bam, I was following the opening ceremony when I finished the show here yesterday, and I was seeing some very disappointing outcome because immediately Russian athletes came out, boos everywhere. I mean, they were booing them, and I was asking myself, are these the president? Are they the one fighting the war?
Exactly.
Are they the one who took war to Ukraine? Why are you booing them?
That's the thing. Sport and politics, is now like they are twinning at this point in time, and people now see sports as an opportunity to take advantage of what is happening in the politics angle, because they know that it encompasses a whole lot of people, and some people would even bear the grudge when they are not supposed to do it, because some of these fights have been existing for a long time. Like I've always said, most of them has been there. Even the initial guys that started it, they are no longer even alive, but everybody, the new generation, everybody will be at the grunt, which is really, really sad. I wonder what they would be going through, what would be going through their mindset, because I mean it's so bad to contain at that type of situation. But like I said, you can't take away politics from sport. People always say no, it's not part of it. It's a lie. It's now involved because it involves nations and it encompasses a number of people. And when you talk about politics, you talk about sport, it's all about the numbers too. So everybody take advantage of it. That's why if Nigeria, we are winning something, even the politician will say, even during my tenure, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they would still use it at the campaign level. When they are not even the one playing, they don't even do anything. They don't know.
They claim the success.
They claim the success. So that's the way it has been. it has been done. Look at when the D Tigers, the Super Falcons, the president called them, and maybe in the campaign too. They would also say we also saw a boost, a major boost in sports.
When the campaign next year,
it starts
for the election.
They'll say we saw a major boost. I mean, why it wasn't the even the girls have not got to their tennis. So that's the way it works. I mean, the countries cannot take away themselves from sport. They always like to be involved in it. Yeah.
Okay, always like to be involved in it. Okay, before we begin to move out of this other sport, we'll talk basketball very shortly. But before we go to basketball, we're talking about the Niger Delta game that ended last Friday. And some people have been saying, what is the essence of having Niger Delta game? Are we gaining anything from all of these meets, all of these athletics meets that we have that got in the days when we used to have all of these things that happen to be since the things that benefited us. But nowadays it's just like a waste of time. Where are we having them? While some other people have said no, we discover athletes. Some are saying when you discover them, what happens to them?
Yeah, that's been the problem in recent time, that all of this competition is to develop. That's why we haven't seen private individuals also take up the mantle. You see, they combine with themselves to actually do all of these games just to support athletes. And I say that if the Niger Deltas organize a competition, it's normal and it's been existing for quite a while. Now, who takes it afterwards? It's the government. It's the government that takes it afterwards, or the ministry, or now that we use the National Sports Commission, they take it afterwards. Easy example, the best of each tournament, take them away. Even if you're not going to take anybody, take the first and the best. Continue to nurture them for big games, because most of the games that we see in Nigeria, most of these competitions, they always involve youth. I know that most guys that maybe are above 25, you will not see somebody that is above 25, apart from football, that will still want to be involved in. You start thinking about your life. So most of the guys that get involved with all of these sports are young guys, 17, 18, that they don't have anything to think about. But if you are 25 and above, and you're thinking of maybe starting from the grassroots, you start from the grassroots, you go back home and eat gari, you will not think straight. So most of these guys are actually young guys. So they can actually nurture them afterwards. The best thing is, if there are 7 representatives, there's always gold, there's always silver, there's bronze. The first 3, just look for a way and continue to nurture them afterwards. When they are 19, when they are 20, that's the way football academy works. They put them in a camp. Most of these private owned, they put them in a camp. Even if they are not going to be staying there for 1 year, you give them breaks. Let them understand that we have something that we must always fall back to afterwards. Maybe like school, 3 months, you have a 1 month break. They will always have a way of coming together, competing among themselves to actually get better. So these competitions will always continue to hold. And if it doesn't hold, people will complain too. And will say, we don't have competitions. Just like we have always been saying that secondary school right now, they don't take inter-sport serious anymore. So everybody will always complain about that. But if some set of people have decided to do something, let's give them the support. And afterwards, let the sports commission, in quote, don't let me use government, the sports commission take advantage or take these top guys afterwards and nurture them, because those are the guys that would be thinking or be repping the green, white, green jersey of Nigeria. So I still feel like these sports, these games are important. For every athlete that wants to be discovered, a competition has to be held for you to rediscover yourself. To know that, okay, maybe I've got a chance. Then you go against top guys. And when you realize that, I think I'm quite better than these people, but you go back home and you just relax. From there, you're supposed to be aiming higher. From Nigeria, you think about Commonwealth, African level. From African level, that's when you start thinking about the big boys. Because when you go to the Olympics, it's a different kettle of fish. Best from different countries come together. So for me, it's the Sport Commission that has to take all of these games serious, all of these guys serious. Afterwards, these competitions will continue to be held. And what happens afterwards? You take the best of them and nurture them and prepare their mind to always rep Nigeria at the end of the day.
Always rep Nigeria at the end of the day. God help us, because we still take all of these things like inter-sport. We don't even know they are, and we should take them as business. God help us. I don't know why they are wasting time. Somebody like Sports Bam Bam is here. There should be a special advisor. They will not allow people like you to be special advisor. Because people who don't know anything. Let's talk basketball now, Bam Bam, before we leave and go to football. Of course, the NBA regular season is still going on right about now. And we're at 9 p.m. tonight, a game will be played. Of course, all of the games are played that went down earlier today. We'll talk about that very shortly. And of course, for a game that will be played later tonight, Minnesota Timberwolves, yes, will be playing Orlando Magic. Yes, that game is one game I would like to see tonight, except that I will just be leaving the back in the day by that time. Minnesota Timberwolves and of course Orlando Magic.
Minnesota Timberwolves, they've been, this is one of their best seasons, and I think with the form that they are going up with, they can actually go on to win the NBA. Last time it was Oklahoma City Thunder, but Minnesota Timberwolves got to the semifinals. But what they are doing currently is top, because now they're not solely leaving the responsibility on just one man, and that's Anthony Edwards. Other people are taking out the job. Rudy Gobert, Randle too is assisting. So even if Edwards is putting up 28 points, Randle is also putting up 26. Gobert is also helping out with 22 points. So that's how it works. That's how a team game. When the likes of Miami Heat, Golden State Warriors was doing well, Steph Curry was there, Iguodala was there, Klay Thompson. So it's not a one-man show. It's always a team show. So Minnesota Timberwolves right now, because for me they have the best young talent. Maybe apart from Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards for me is the future of the NBA. You have that type of person. You have Gobert, you have Randle. I mean, their job is finished. So against Orlando, no match. Orlando, they've lost themselves ever since Shaq O'Neal in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
there are some teams that just went down.
They just went down. I mean, Orlando Magic used to be
top. But when they acquire some of those top players, after they pay them off, they ran into serious debts. So that's why most of them just crashed and went to a very, very low level. Yeah.
Okay, so the game between Boston Celtics and of course Dallas Mavericks. Did you see that game? 20-point lead, 120 to 100. Dallas Mavericks lost 120 to 100 to Boston Celtics.
The Boston Celtics is another team that boasts of very good players, and Jaylen Brown. This other guy, Tatum, is also there, and this man that represented them at the World Cup represented USA, White. So three guys too. It's always a teamwork. If Tatum too is putting up 20 points, Jaylen Brown is having the best of season right now. Always been the best guy repping Boston Celtics. Even Jason Tatum, I'm expecting to always take the lead. It's always Jaylen Brown doing the job for them. So Boston Celtics too, another team to actually look out for. They've been in the finals before, but they've never won it. But can they do it right now? That's another question. It's going to be hard, honestly.
Very going to be hard. Okay, Charlotte Hornets and of course Miami Heat. It ended 128 to 120. Miami Heat beat them by just 28. I mean, just 8 points. By just 8 points. I mean, I saw that game. I'm just a highlight of that game. I saw some beautiful games. Houston Rockets defeated Portland Trail Blazers 106 to 99, and Denver Nuggets, of course, were defeated by New York Knicks 142 to 103. That was a bashing, Bamba.
Bashing.
142, 103. That was a bashing.
It was last season. New York Knicks just all of a sudden just popped out and became
39-point bashing.
39 points. And the funny thing is, the score sheet was Nikola Jokic. He led the scorecard, but no assist from the other guy. I say it's not a one-man show. If you put up 38 points, what about the remaining points? That's what is really affecting Denver Nuggets. So,
Between Phoenix Suns and New Orleans Pelicans was just 2 points, 118 to 116. That was a very slim victory. While San Antonio Spurs also defeated LA Clippers 116-114. That was also slim one. These are the kind of games I like to see. Very slim victory like that. While LA Lakers and of course Indiana Pacers ended in 128 to 117. Los Angeles Lakers, seems they are bouncing back.
They are bouncing back, and LeBron right now, after what he did in the last game, now he's down with injury, and it looks like he's going to be very, very serious for the old man. Let me put it like that. But
the old man.
Doncic has decided to take up the job. 44 points. Incredible. 44 points in a game.
That was massive.
44
in one game.
In one game. Is top. Doncic is a replacement for LeBron James. It's just that Doncic would also need somebody to assist him so they need to sign
Are
somebody.
you sure? Can it be a replacement for King James? King James is massive. It's crazy.
It can't be. He can't take up the 100%.
With what he has done.
He can't take up the 100%.
Even if he doesn't play again today, he's made a mark.
Yeah, he has made a mark.
He's made a mark.
No one compared to him.
No one comes close. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday. All-time points.
Yeah,
all-time. I mean, great guy. King James. I mean, we love what he's doing. Hope his son will be able to replicate that. Can that happen? Okay, let's leave it like that, and let's go to football little by little now. And of course, my name is Pretty. You're listening to Complete Sport, and Bobola Egufemi, the Sports Bam Bam, is rapping with me this beautiful afternoon, the first Saturday in the month of March. Let's go this way, Bam Bam now. Plum Tire, Ashley Plum Tire. She bet it all. She couldn't hide it again. She said, "Look, these people are they don't know what they are doing at CAF. That they are confused. A bunch of confused people. Why would they postpone WAFCON?" You know, well, I was asking that question last night too. Now, majority of the ladies are angry. They've disbanded. Not disbanded. They've uncamped the Nigerian team now.
Yeah.
They have to return to their bases. I mean, is that not a waste of resources on our financial status?
It's just giving the girls hopes and taking their hopes down. Prepare. Some of them would have prepared their minds just before coming to the stage. I saw Sadio Mane when they showed his workout section preparing for the AFCON 2025, and I'm certain some girls would have done that at the background too, preparing their mind. Let me have the best of AFCON. Maybe the ones that didn't even get the opportunity to rep Nigeria, like this striker that everybody was calling for to replace.
You mean Gift Monday?
Gift Monday, Oshuala, because it looks like Gift Monday would be part of it. So for somebody like that, okay, at this point, I need to win.
I miss the last one.
I miss the last one.
Let me prove a point.
Prove a point, exactly. Then you come together, all of them at Yaoundé, preparing to take off to Morocco.
Exactly.
And everybody was told that the WAFCON will not be held. That's really sad.
July. I mean,
and it would have been the first time it would be held in March. And just like I said, when it comes to the guys, that's what Ashley Plumpton was trying to say. When it comes to the guys, even if it's last minute,
they will still hold.
They will hold it.
They wouldn't have, if it was AFCON, they would never.
They will not, because
find a way around it.
Why? Because CAF, they know that the male football is the biggest publicity for them. And what happens at male football in terms of revenue, because that's what Patrick Motsepe will say, we had the highest number of views. That's always their motive. We have the highest number of views.
In fact, Motsepe's era is about the finances.
That's what he will always come out to say. But female football, they know that from the group stage, maybe until the final, you're not going to see
the spectators.
You're not going to see fans. It's just like more or less in their own minds that they're just helping female football. But for me, that's not how to treat female football. If you want it to be global, you have to start from somewhere. Even in Europe, female football, most of the guys, Chelsea female team, it's not like they make so much money, but you must start somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe later, in 3-4 years, who says we cannot be reporting female football score? We've started to react to even the Champions League when it comes to female.
Yes, no.
Subsequently, it's going to get better. But when you start to kill the morale from now, it gets worse. So for me, I'm not happy about it. It probably would have been their 11th title. I would have seen new faces again with the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Not just Ashley Plumpton, even Risola Babajide also lent our voice in all of these things. And the way CAF is treating it. But I'm certain that it's because of the outcome of the AFCON. And CAF will just look at it that maybe we are not mentally stable to actually host another one.
No, not maybe there. Maybe Morocco, where they are.
Morocco.
They take it away from Morocco. South Africa is ready.
But the span was too short. Maybe Morocco thought about it and decided to give them a very, very shock one right there. So and for CAF, it was a short span before they can actually think of going to maybe South Africa to dialogue with them and make them understand that we want the WAFCON. If it was like 2 months, maybe January, they would have found a replacement. But CAF, on the other hand, with all of the backlashes they got in the AFCON too, their mind to Motsepe's mind will also be at the top. So they will be preparing for maybe a negative thing in the WAFCON too, because the WAFCON too last time out when Nigeria even won 3-2, it still received a lot of backlash, especially from the Moroccans. And a lot of people were like, oh, the officiating was poor too. It's just like the AFCON. So they might just be thinking of let the whole atmosphere calm down. Let people stop thinking about the AFCON. I'm just speaking from their own angle.
Definitely.
Let the atmosphere calm down. And when it's calm a little bit, me will take the WAFCON and start all over again. And by that time, everybody would have taken off their mind from, because people are still talking about the AFCON till now. People are still making reference to Morocco. Some Senegal fans are still in the camp of Morocco about to get judgment, being locked up and all of it. There's country ties being broken because Senegal, they're talking about it, their president is already involved. Morocco on the other hand, who is using a monarchical style of government. Exactly. Every one of them are still talking about the AFCON. It's not out of the league.
Up till now, people are still, some people are in prison.
In prison, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe they are just trying to wait till everything is calm, then talk about FIFA.
Yeah, they should release those guys now. Let them go back to their country.
Exactly, they should do that. But it's still, I really don't know what Morocco is thinking, but CAF have to get involved. So on the perspective of CAF, I'm just thinking that maybe they are trying to calm the whole situation and maybe wait till May, June before they start the World Cup.
They believe that maybe in the next 2-3 months there will be a way out.
The tension would have calmed down. Maybe even the World Cup would have taken the moment, because it's going to be
so everybody would have forgotten about the
AFCON, then start again with the World Cup. That's probably what they are thinking of.
They are trying to play smart one. It's all good one. It's all good. Okay, let's leave that answer quickly. Let's talk about the NNL. Let's talk about our league, a local league here in Nigeria, the second division of our league. Yesterday we told you First Bank will be playing Rovers. That game ended 1-0 in favor of First Bank. This day there are some games that will be played this evening, and of course let's begin from the matches in the other conference where Adamawa United will be playing Bichi First. City FC Abuja will be hosting Mighty Jets, while Doma United will be hosting FC Basira. And of course, Edel FC will take on Crown in this other conference here. So Crown FC already traveled to Edel to play them there. Gateway United that defeated Crown FC the last week. They will be playing Beyond Limit. And Beyond Limit FC, who are now gradually slipping down like their brothers. Heartland FC will play Smart City. And of course, for Inter Sports of Lagos, they'll be playing Abia Comments. And Kada Warriors will play Sokoto United, while Luby Stars will host ABS. Osho United are home to welcome Aqua United, who are now climbing so high, and with their young coach, they feel they can do something. Ranch Bees will play Yiga Golden Stars, rather. The Gospel Akpabio home to Ekiti United. All of these games are for tomorrow. Talking about Gospel Akpabio, Ekiti United is for tomorrow. Gobe United and Yobe Desert Stars is also for tomorrow, as well as Thomas FC and Solution, Sporting Lagos, and Abakaliki. Bam Bam! Yeah. Yes, look at the way things are turning out little by little now in the NNL. Beyond Limits. We thought they were already there, but now they had a sleep last week.
Yeah, where they played a draw
exactly
in that game. I wonder how many players are in that Beyond Limit, because the number of competitions that they play in a year, and they still turn out very, very good in the NNL. Recently, they just won a league, TCC League, and now in the NNL, they are still doing so well. I want to be sure
and they usually travel outside too for some competition.
So I'm wondering, do they have more than 50 youth players in their squad? Because how are they managing to get everything right in that academy? But it's all about the process. They believe so much in that team, and that's why we are seeing them sign good players from Beyond Limit. Now it's going to be very, very tough. Beyond Limit, they are looking forward to qualifying to the next round, possibly helping their brothers to clinch that spot if eventually they get relegated. Inter Lagos, they are not sleeping. Beyond Limit, they are an academy. Inter Lagos is a football team itself. Yeah. So that's the major difference. But it still doesn't mean that an academy, what Beyond Limit is trying to do is proving that academies players should not be underrated. The fact that they are 17, 18 year-old players, it still doesn't mean that they won't defeat guys that are even 25, 26. But it's just 1 point. In Nigerian league, generally, when it comes to the NNL, that's where you see 1 point being the determinant factor between first and second. Is always very, very tough, even tougher than the NPFL, because it's an abridged league. Everybody knows that you are going there to represent your should I say constituency or the northwest, the south,
yeah,
and all of it.
zone.
Your zone, exactly, your zone, to represent your zone. So everyone tries to make a big name out of it. It was even way tougher before, because eventually all the top guys in different zone will come together and still face. But now it's just the first of each zone that would qualify right there to the next round. So Inter Lagos Beyond Limit is going to be a battle to the end of the NNL season. Beyond Limit, they can likely clinch it, but they faced each other. So it now depends on how they are going to play other rounds. So for Beyond Limit, a win in their next game would help them so much. Inter Lagos, anytime they are in Lagos, because we know that the home factor plays for all the Nigerian teams are right there. But rooting for both teams, irrespective, they've really done well. For Inter Lagos, popped out from nowhere since 2022, and right now they are showing that they can get back into the MPFL. But Beyond Limit, they've been there before.
I remember when we got into MPFL, they brought so much paparazzi.
Yeah.
So much paparazzi into the MPFL there. I mean, so in Group A, let's just give you the standings. In Group A, they are still leading, talking about Inter Lagos with 21 points, followed by Beyond Limit, 20 points. Smart City with 17 points. Of course, our own Crown FC, they have 16 points. Sunshine Stars have 15 points. Those are the top 5. In the Group B, we have Aqua United with 24 points, Sporting Lagos 21 points, Ekiti United with 21 points as well, Abakaliki 19 points, and Solution FC 19 points. Those are the top 5. In the Group C, the top 5 we have Doma United 19 points, Basira with 18 points, Kada Warriors have 15 points, and of course Lobby Stars with 14 points, and ABS 13 points. In the last group, we have Jigawa Golden Stars with 14 points, and Pichi First 13 points, Ranch Bees at 13 points, and of course Adamawa United 12 points, as well as Yobe Desert Stars 12 points. So this is the way it's going down in the NNL. Just giving you up to speed information concerning that. Let's leave that before we go to the MPFL. Let's quickly give you some stories here where Amos Obasogie, yes, Super Eagles goalkeeper, yes, Amos Obasogie has been cleared finally of match fixing allegations by Tanzanian club Singida Black Stars. And of course, Obasogie was recently suspended for 3 months by the club following his suspicious performance in the club's FA Cup CAF Confederations Cup clash against Humboldt Center, as well as a league fixture against Pamba Gigi FC and Namunga FC. Now, after an internal investigation, it was discovered there was no evidence linking the former Bender showstopper to the match fixing allegation.
Yeah.
Weren't they too in a hurry to suspend him in the first instance?
They should have done proper investigation
before,
to,
because like you spoiled his name first.
Exactly, trying to redeem it.
Beat a child in the market and now trying to pet him at home.
Exactly. And the initial news went really far.
Exactly.
Now the is not guilty of it. It might not really go as far as what they initially did. So they should have taken. That's the difference between Europe and Africa. They would have taken severe checks. They would have checked crook and cranny of everything before they eventually met any outcome on the particular issue. But I'm happy for him, Amos Obasogie. Hopefully he gets the nod as being the number 1 goalkeeper, because within that short span he would probably must have lost his shirt to another goalkeeper. And this is somebody that maybe people know that Amos Obasogie definitely will not be the starter for Nigeria when it comes to games, but the motivation he brings to the team. In the last AFCON, every time the Super Eagles would always come out for games, it will be Amos Obasogie singing, dancing. The energy is always there, supporting his brothers. In fact, he's always the one training the other goalkeepers right there. So the energy he brings to the Super Eagles is another thing to talk about. People just focus on the starters alone, but there are some people in the dressing room that always play pivotal role in helping the atmosphere in the dressing room. So that's one person Amos Obasogie is. So I'm happy for him that is set free now, and hopefully he should be working towards probably even living there, because if a club can do that to you,
there's no trust.
There's no trust anymore. So he should work on himself and probably leave that particular. It can come to Nigeria. Who says you can't be a starter in Nigeria? Because most of the goalkeepers we have, apart from Maduka Okoye, who plays for Udinese, this other man, before he went clubless.
Okay, you mean the main guy?
Yes, the main guy, Wabali. He was playing in South Africa, so you can still be in Nigeria, be the best goalkeeper. goalkeeper and being called to the Super Eagles. So for Emas, honestly speaking, he should, after this whole saga, he should leave the club. That's my honest opinion.
Most definitely, Bam Bam spitting fire. He should leave the club. Okay, now the war in the Middle East, the trouble in the Middle East seems like it's going to be having another. It's already having a toll on us in Nigeria here. Fuel price going up anyhow now. And the transport fare is going up again. I hope food items will not start going up again. And one of the things that it will affect is the Four-Nation tournament that the Super Eagles were due to partake in it.
The Bola made
They
said demand.
Put to Iran. If it were you, would you go?
You go. Exactly. So, everybody will avoid the Middle East right now because it's on fire. And for competitions generally, maybe this year, just European competition should go on. Because the way national football is looking like, I don't think it's safe for anybody. It's not even safe. The World Cup, if it continues like this, if this whole war continues, I don't think it should even hold. So maybe they can go on a break for international. I know it's going to be hard, tough decision for FIFA and for other countries that makes this whole body. But they should just be focused on European football. Lives of everyone is much more better than any other competition or any football competition because it's getting heated. Once Iran pulls out, USA, host nation, Mexico has been on fire. It's just messy right now in international football. So maybe friendlies can go on, but major competitions that will involve some of the affected nations maybe should be called off just because of the life and security of people. Honestly,
well, let's hope for people's lives and security. Let's call it off. Okay, let's move away from that now. With Victor Osimhen and Wilfred Ndidi, they are up against each other. It's a beautiful day. Of course, Besiktas playing Galatasaray. We want to see, especially Ndidi, ever since the father died, we've not seen the best of him. Right now, he's getting back gradually. And of course, going to be coming up against Victor Osimhen today. Let's see what happens in that game today. Another Nigeria will be in action today is our new goalkeeper that just switched allegiance, and it's fortunately he's going to be playing against Chelsea today. I hope they will not do him dirty. Chelsea have said, no, the coach Rosano said he wants to feed the academy boys. Yes, that's what he said. He wants to play.
If a star one, then I can still bank on him. But if it's the main Chelsea players,
he go chop him. They do not mess our boy up.
Even Chelsea will not call him again.
I know now. How can he now? You cannot. You will not use this one to be a yardstick. How can you are playing against Chelsea and you now use it as a yardstick?
Well, on big days like this, that's how Francis Uzor, when he played against Apoel against Manchester United, sometimes they go in the Europa League. That was when he got his stance back as the goalkeeper of Nigeria. So big days like this, you have to actually show yourself, and even if you are going to concede, but have very, very top saves. Frank Uzor had about 20-22 saves in that particular game. Manchester United won. It was a slim victory, but he was able to prove that. I mean, I'm not done yet. I can still represent Nigeria.
He proved something in that game. That time. We thought he was good then until he started
again. We gave him chance. Different from Balablu.
Okay, let's go to the MPFL quickly before we hit the Bet Nigeria segment. Of course, the game is going down in the next quarter of an hour. And that was a game between Wicked Warriors and Academy Warriors. And that was the first game for the week. Of course, for other games, they are all for tomorrow. And we have also one coming up next week. And that will be a rescheduled game between Rivers United and, of course, Shooting Star. That will be on Thursday. But for now, let's talk about games happening tomorrow. Yes, Katsina United will be playing Kwara United. And Rivers United home to Bendel Insurance. Of course, they have an opportunity of extending their lead if they win that game at home tomorrow. Enugu Rangers are going to be playing troubled Remo Stars. Troubled Remo Stars. I hope Enugu Rangers will not compound the woes of the Ikene-based club. Nasarawa United will be playing Ikorodu City Warri Wolves. And Iyimba Kun Khalifat will be playing Bayelsa United, while Plateau United will be doing battle against Niger Tornadoes. So let's take a look at 1 or 2, 3 games here. And Rangers and Remo Stars, bam bam, before we now come to the Shooting Stars.
Yeah, for Rangers and Remo Stars finally got a victory. That was against Katsina United. 2 goals to 0. And it was one player who scored scored both goals for the Adi Aruna. It was the man that scored both goals. For Rangers International, they've been on a very, very good form. 5 games, they've not lost any. So, I mean, when you talk about form right now, we have to give it to Enugu Rangers. Currently second on the log. closely following what's this team at the first time. That's Rivers United. And the last time out they faced each other, Remo Stars, they were at home, and Rangers International went away from home. They came and they defeated them. So for me, it might just be quite worrisome for Remo Stars, although their key players are back. And I think with the new appointment of this man, they just appointed a new technical advisor. He has started to transform the team, and I saw a better team the last time out. But it still doesn't stop the fact that I would predict Enugu Rangers winning at the end of 90 minutes.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
Why? Is it because they are home?
Yes.
Niger. Okay, now Shooting Stars in Umuahia already. We'll be playing we'll be playing Abia Warriors in Umuahia. I don't know what Shooting. Each time Shooting wants to play away, I don't even know what to say. My mind just goes like nothing can happen, no miracle.
Yeah, you're not lying. Because 5 away games they've lost. Their last 5 away games they lost.
That's not the spirit of a team that's serious now.
Exactly. They go away from home, and it's not even the best of Shooting Stars. All the players become a shadow of themselves, and it's quite worrisome. And I just think it's the mentality of probably the backroom stars. Just go there and get a draw, and eventually that loss against Plateau United, you scored first, and afterwards you got 4-0. And if the game wasn't showed, this why I saw it, and I saw that these guys, for me, they are not in the best frame when it comes to away games. And should we blame it on the travelings and all of it? We can't blame it, because we are also seeing other teams. Even Barao, Kun Khalifa, their last game, they scored. I think they were playing. Was it a tough team? They were playing a tough team. I think it was Enyimba. They scored first, and in the 90th minute, that was when Enyimba equalized, and they still got a draw. Why not? You can get a draw, which is better than the loss. So for Shooting Stars, they should be more focused on that. When they started the season, away from home, they were always convincing away from home. Even if they were not getting all 3 points, I was always seeing a spark in them. But they go away from home right now, and they become complacent. Abia Warriors, they had a 2-0 solid victory. Goals from Ayobami Jr. and Komar Adegoke. They were the ones that scored the goals the first time at the Lagos Salami Stadium when they played each other away from home. That is the problem right there. The guys that started the last game, you might probably not see them start the next game. That is
why do they always do that?
They come and defend, or I
don't even understand why they have to. Is it that you do not believe in what you do? Because if you believe that the teams that win at home are good enough, why go away and change the strategy?
I still find it difficult. Maybe it's just a tactic just to keep it defensive and not to concede. And I think that is the main focus for them. But go and express yourself, have freedom. At the Lagos Salami Stadium, you see Sadiq start. Away from home, you see Komar Adegoke start. Why? Why can't both of them, or why can't Sadiq still start? I think it's only the coach that can explain that at this point in time. Because
but what explanation can we probably give?
Just defensive mindset. Maybe they will just keep a striker, and every other person will be involved in the defense. A very fast and agile striker to make everything work. But for me, away from home, I don't see anything convincing for Shooting Stars. Maybe Abia Warriors, with the fact that they are close to Rivers United, and they know that with their standing games, if we are not sure that Rivers United will even win all their outstanding games, so they can still close the gap and eventually win the MPFL. So that's the biggest motivation for them. So against Shooting Stars, I don't see a win for Shooting Stars, or even a draw.
You don't see a win. The way you even say with all seriousness, they cannot win. Anyway, that's what we have made our league to be. About sports here, we always say, what a joke of a league. Anyway, Rivers United will be playing Bendel Insurance, and of course at home, can Bendel go there and show them that we are Niger Delta boys?
Bendel Insurance, in terms of away form, they are one of the best teams, honestly speaking. This season, at least, even if they don't win a game, they would always draw. They will always give these teams a run for their money. And that's one of the things. They went to Kwara United, got a win away from home. Against Remo Stars, they played 3-2 away from home. Against Katsina United, 1-0 away from home. This is for me one of the best teams when it comes to away games. And that is why they are currently 6th on table in the MPFL. Your away games will always give you that morale boost. If you are getting result away from home, you always go ahead in the long. So currently they are 6th. But Rivers United, they know that they have 2 outstandings. And the 2 outstandings, one of them is at home, one of them is away. And their form away from home, poor. Now that they don't have any continental responsibility.
Exactly.
I feel
solely
like
focusing on the league.
It's the best time for them to win the league. Against Bendel Insurance, it will be very, very... Even Shooting Stars, when they played against Bendel, it was 1-0 at the end of 90 minutes. So they will always give you that struggle. Always give you that fight and struggle. But Rivers United, well, I enjoy their games when they play in the FPFL. It's only when they go to the CAF Champions League that we see a different thing. Because they are not the mate of some of those teams.
They are not mate at all.
They are not mate at all. But in the MPFL, they always show class. And I like them. I like them for that one.
Let's talk about your team now. Ikorodu City. They are in Lafia to play Nasarawa United, a team that was showing when the league started. Nasarawa United were showing like they were going to be the winner of this MPFL this season, but somehow they are going down little by little.
Yes, they sold their best player,
Anas, right?
Anas.
That's one problem Nigerian teams always have.
I've not seen a particular season that the best player of the league.
They don't ever sustain. The highest goal scorer leaves the league
immediately. And when it's now done, after 3 years, he'll come back to the league. Still try. It's just always funny.
Apart from
Mbauma, even Ahmed Musa left the
first time.
It was one of the best. In fact, highest goal scorer. That was when he made his major move to Europe. Where Victor Mbauma too, he left. It's now that he's just coming back to Rivers United when it's already like 31, 32. We know Nigerian players when they are 31, 32. He goes a long way. But for Ikorodu City, one of the best teams so far in the MPFL. I think they lost against Bendel Insurance, just like I talked about earlier, was so draining for them. They did not see it coming. Bendel Insurance outplayed them and massacred them in that one. So that was where they had all of their morale dropped. But their next game, I think they should be back into shape. Against Nasarawa United, another away game. And Ikorodu City is another team that away from home they can also score too. They have always been scoring away from home. We can't guarantee, or they can't guarantee you a win, but they will always score. They will always try and figure a way out of to score. But Nasarawa United, they've lost key players. Ikorodu City can go there and get 1 point, and they are close to the champions. Rivers United,
definitely. They are.
I feel like it's another opportunity for them, at least to play in the CAF Champions League or even CAF Confederation, because last time out they were close, they were 4th. They were not able to play. It was Kwara United who took the slot because they won the Federation Cup, which right now we don't even know
the state whether that we hold or not. If it doesn't hold, so how do we determine
maybe they'll just go back to number 4 again, or the winner of the NNL.
We joke too much here. We joke too much. Anyway, for troubled Enyimba, they are also looking for a respite now, but can they have it in Warri? Because they've traveled to Warri now to play Warri Wolves in another game, that a battle of the Niger Delta again.
For Enyimba, I think if they survive this particular season, they need to crash that team over.
I'm telling you.
Like Cook Khalifa, crash the whole team, crash the board, and start all over again. They can't be repping
crash Kanu Wanko.
Everybody. if possible, even the name, because the name is historical.
Yes, now.
Shooting Stars too is another name that is historical, but at least Shooting Stars, they are still at least within the same shape. You can still see them being 6, 7. But Enyimba, in terms of history, at the CAF level, they've done it before. And it's still very much recent because it's still in the 2000s.
Of course.
So what is really happening to them? They've gone really bad. Even as at 2019, they were not bad when Finidi George was the coach of Enyimba. So I don't know. The club has just become a mess of itself. Against who are they even playing? Warri Wolves is another tough encounter. Warri Wolves, so far this season, they've amassed 36 points. They are quite better than Enyimba. Enyimba is part of the teams like Remo Stars struggling for relegation, and it's going to be tough for them. But Warri Wolves at home, I can confidently say they will thump Enyimba in that particular game.
They will thump Enyimba? Yeah, you don't see anything happening.
Enyimba, they are finished right now. Wow. It's all about struggling and getting themselves together. Right now, that's the fight for them. Just let us not relegate, because losing 22 players this January alone, they also lost so many players. We still don't know the state of their management. Today, this person is the technical director. Tomorrow we hear another name again, sporting director. How many directors do we have in a team? No head coach now. The new format in Nigeria now is technical advisor.
Technical advisor. I don't know what they're advising. Okay. All right, let's be wrapping this segment up before we go to the Bet Naija segment and talk about this guy. Yes, Michael Kayode, who plays for Brentford. If you've been watching Brentford game, you'd have seen him. Yes, he has declared his desire to represent Italy at senior level. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he says he's dumped Nigeria now. But he has acknowledged the fact that the widespread support he received from Nigerians. He says he's proud to be a Nigerian. He's proud of his heritage, but he wants to go and represent.
Maybe that one will chop now. Why is he doing like that?
He wants to go and
because when he...
So the 1 year right back. I mean, don't we need him?
We need him.
So why are we allowing him to go to Italy? Will he shine in Italy?
That I don't even think he can get the call up. With the, maybe he can because big respect to any English club right now. If you are playing in the English Premier League, you're always a level ahead of your other counterparts in another team in another league right there, because the Premier League currently is the best league. And even if your team, Brentford, they are not doing badly, so you can always consider a player like that. And I don't think there's any right back currently in Italy that is so top. The man from Inter Milan is a left back, but I don't think there's a right back that is very, very good. Zappacosta for Atalanta is getting to his prime. If not in his prime, he's getting very, very old. So Kayode can actually start, but he's only going to be for a while. It's going to be for a while. He cannot be assured of that shit, because we know what blacks. It's only Mario Balotelli that can explain what it means to be a black in some of these.
I don't know what. Maybe he has forgotten what they did to Osimhen and what was this? The guy in Atletico Madrid.
Ademola
Lookman.
Yes. So playing for the national team is another thing to talk about. But it is what it is. I wish him all the best.
Well, Kayode has been a radar of Richel before now. Has made it clear that earning a senior Italy call-up remains his priority ambition now, with the Azuris facing Northern Ireland in the 2026 World Cup playoffs this month. So, in case you're wondering, how is he eligible to play for Italy? Well, let me tell you that he was born in Bugomanaro, Italy. Bugomanaro is a place in Italy to Nigerian parents. Both parents are from Nigeria, actually. He's a Yoruba boy, pure Yoruba boy, both father and mother. There's nothing connecting him elsewhere. But because he was born in Italy, so he's qualified to represent Italy, and he has represented them at the under 18 and under 19 as well as under 21 levels. So he's considered right now to be playing for them at the senior levels. Let's wish him well. He has said it that you guys should wish me well. In fact, he particularly said one guy called Bam Bam should wish him well. He said you should wish him well.
You should give me money now.
Let's have a breather now. Thank you for being part of this segment. We return to this action attraction segment where we look through all of the actions. FA Cup in England, Arsenal have done what they are supposed to do. We'll be back very shortly. Let's take a breather now so that we can go to Bet Naija segment of the show. Keep it locked right here to move it. My name is Pretty. I see I have the Bam Bam here. Up now to the Bet Naija segment of the show.
Melody
100.7. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 4 p.m.
Hello, my name is Tokwe Alabi. Keep listening to Melody FM 100.7, Basharun, Ibadan. Keep listening. Don't touch that.
Thank you very much for being there with us. Now let's go to the Bet Naija segment of the show. This beautiful day is another time to look through what is happening. We'll be taking you through the ever exciting world of sport, and we will take it on a higher level now with the Bet Naija segment, sponsored by our friends at Bet Naija. This is what we do every time. Of course, every Saturday they give us the support. They've been doing it for so long that they promise us they will do more. I'm talking about our guys at Bet Naija. So welcome to the Bet Naija segment, sponsored by Nigeria's #1 Bet Naija. Today on the show, we're looking at what's your view? Do you still believe, because we all thought the hope was lost when the news came throughout the week, within the week, that DR Congo have been passed by the FIFA, Federation Internationale de Football Association, talking about FIFA, that DR Congo should go for the Interconfederation Cup. But 2 days later, NFF came through again and said, no, that story is not correct. We have not gotten any verdict, because the FIFA will actually transmit their verdict to the federations first before it gets to any media. So they say the hope is still there and we will still make it. Do you still believe Nigeria will still make it? No, that's not what I'm asking. Do you think what NFF has been doing, pushing is good, or you think they should just forget about it and let's move on? Because even when they said DR Congo was going to be going, there were people who had already forgotten about it and said, okay, no problem now. But now with what the latest news coming from NFF, they've started to raise the hopes of some Nigerians again, even the hopes of some Super Eagles players. So what would you say to this one? Do you feel what NFF is doing is right, or they should just forget about, let the sleeping dogs lie? Don't be raising the hopes of Nigerians for nothing. What's your view? Let's go this way. This beautiful evening. Oh, we'll be calling. We'll open up the phone lines for you very shortly. And again, what matches are you going to be predicting today? We're going FA Cup. Of course, we're going to that. But first thing first, let me take a breather. Let me have a message from our sponsors, Bet Naija, from Nigeria's we work for passion before now to Nigeria's number one. That is what they are talking about. Bet Naija segment. Let's have a message from Bet Naija and we will be back.
Now, what do they make correct leader for this game? Now, the person will be the first to play, or the person will be say, then they control the levels many times. For more than 10 years, Bet Naija done the wrong things from front with different games like Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One Up, Bet Book, plus including odds. We no get mate on top more than 300,000 live matches them. This game no be chere were matao. You dey play to win big. That's now why Bet Naija, the Nigeria number one. No be for persons who never reach 18. Bet Naija, truly Nigeria's number one.
Most definitely, truly Nigeria's number one. Bet Naija, that's what we do every Saturday here. Thank you, Bet Naija, for all of the support every time. And they promise us more support. And we're looking forward to all of these support. Okay? Alright, so today, they have been beating Newcastle like they stole their money. They've been beating them like criminals that stole a goat in the market. Beating them like thieves up and down. So, let's give you an opportunity to see who will get it today. Now, there's a winner that is yet to forward his last week. I'm trying to get your name because I actually had 4 winners last week. And I've always told you, once you win, you know that you've won. Forward your details to my number, then you get your crediting. Yeah, we're going to the remaining 3, 1 person yet to go. We have to divide it. We were to give you 4,000 if you were winning, because you didn't no winner at the previous time. So we said, okay, let's double it. So we wanted to give 4,000 last week. So 4 people had to get it. That the game between Arsenal and Chelsea will end 2-1, and it ended 2-1. So we had to split it, so that we don't look like we're doing Oju Shaju as Yoruba we say. So we split it to 4, 1-1-1-1 to all the 4 guys. Remaining 1 guy. I'm trying to get his name. I'll call out your name very shortly. I'm looking at my record. Yes, I'll call out your name very shortly, so you can give me your account, your AZA, so we can credit it as soon as possible. Okay, so that is where we are going this evening. Do you think the NFF should just let the sleeping dogs lie, or you think they should keep pushing, you supporting what they are doing as they are pushing it, so that they can still go to the World Cup, or they should just let the sleeping dogs lie? 0702-520-1007, 0702-520-1007, at 0705-507-1007, 0705-507-1007. These are the numbers, but I'll take your calls right about now, but not after this. Let me just take this message again from Bet Naija, from Reward for Passion, now to Nigeria's number one.
Kí ni a fi ń ṣe àgbà nínú eré? Ṣé ẹni tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni? Àbí ẹni tó ń ṣe lọ́nà tọ̀ léraléra? Fún ọdún 10 ó lé ní Bet Naija ti ń ṣaṣíwájú pẹ̀lú àwọn ògbóǹtarìgì bíi Bet Builder, Bet Freezer, One Up, Bet Boom àti àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdánilójú lórí ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ọ̀ọ́dúnrún eré bọ́ọ̀lù. Ẹ tayò fún ìgbádùn nìkan, ẹ ń tayò láti jẹ̀gbádùn ńlá. Ìdí nìyí tí Bet Naija ṣe jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Kì í ṣe fún ẹnikẹ́ni tí ò tí pé ọmọ ọdún 18. Bet Naija, àkọ́kọ́ ní Nàìjíríà.
Most definitely. First in Nigeria, Bet Niger. We thank you very much, Bet Niger, for all of the support, as well as Olivia Rose, always pushing this through for us. Melody 100.7 FM. Let's go to the phone now. What do you make of it? Do you think NFF should keep pushing, or should just let sleeping dogs lie, as some people are saying? And you also tell me the score line. What you think will be the result of the game? Wrexham and Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester United. Hello.
Hello.
Are you there? Good evening to you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, your name and location?
My name is Simon from Akpete.
Simon from Akpete.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I won last week.
I said I was going to be looking at the name. Simon. That's the name remaining. Yes, I remember there was an Isiaka, then a Kenny, then one other person, Emmanuel, that got their prizes within the week. You were the one that was sleeping on it. Now you should have forwarded your answer. So when you are done now, forward your answer to 080. Are you getting the number?
Yes, sir.
080 27 27
Yes, sir.
47
Yes, sir.
08 29. Yeah, make sure it's this number you're using to call. The number end is 439. Okay, that's the number you should use to forward your answer. We split the money so you get your own part of the money. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Simon. Okay, all right. 0702. Simon won last week. Yes, it was the name I was trying to remember that I knew was the one more person that hadn't gotten his money. Others, they didn't sleep on it. In fact, immediately the game ended on Sunday, some of them already sent me a message. Finest, I won. And I said, send me your answer. I will send the money. You sent 3,000 naira to the 3 guys last week. So Simon, you'll get your own as well once I'm done with the show. Send your answer quickly. All right, 0702 520 1007, 0705 507 1007. Do you think NFF, they should keep pushing and see what the Super Eagles will be at the end of the day, or they should just let us be, let the sleeping dogs lie? Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, move away from the radio. Move away from the radio. If you don't move away, it will cut off. That's what you get, okay? Always move away from the radio so we don't have a whole bag. Okay, hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, your name and location, thank you.
Temi from Lamia.
Temi?
Yeah.
Temi again. Temi, you came close last week, you didn't win it again.
I took 2-1.
Temi?
I took 2-1 last week.
You said 2-1, but you said Chelsea will win now.
Yes, that was what I said, yeah.
You said Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1, but Arsenal won 2-1 now.
Yes,
sorry about that, you were close, but you didn't get it.
Right.
Okay, now, what do you make of it? NFL should keep pushing, or they should just allow us to rest?
They want the whole trial. They should move on. There's no hurt.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. Let them try.
Okay, is there nothing to lose?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have you now. Let's have you. Chelsea, Wrexham United, Chelsea.
Well, I'm a bit confused on that anyway.
You say you're confused?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the Man City and Newcastle.
Okay, Man City, Newcastle. Okay, let's hear that one.
It's Man City 2, Newcastle 0.
Okay, Man City 2, Newcastle 0.
Yeah.
But you know you have to get both the 2 games.
Correctly, right? Because my head is in the cloud concerning the
Wrexham Chelsea, yeah. But it should be the easiest one for you to even predict now.
Well, we'll cover.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I like your sincerity and honesty. He said, his mind is not telling him anything concerning that one. He'll call back. Hello,
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, welcome. Name and location?
I'm Joel from Liberty.
Joel from Liberty, it's good to have you. Joel, you said 1-1 last week. You missed it by whisker.
It's a red card, if not.
Okay. Now, do you think NFF should just allow us to rest, or they should keep pushing?
In that aspect of NFF, they should go and rest.
They should go and rest.
They should just go and rest. He said they should use the money to do another thing.
The money they are spending on petition, Avi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's have a prediction, Joel.
Chelsea to win 2-1.
Okay, Chelsea to win 2-1.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Man City also should win 2-1.
Okay, Man City will win 2-1 too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Joel. All right. Let's hope you get it this time. All right. All right. Thank you. Joel has gotten before. He's won before, but it's been a while he won. I hope you'll be able to win this one this time. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Welcome.
My name is Jacob from Old Ife Road.
Your name is Record.
Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah.
From Old Ife Road.
Good to have you, Jacob. Welcome.
Hey, sir, I want to ask a question. If Nigeria doesn't go to this World Cup, will heaven fall?
My brother, I don't know. Me, I should ask you.
Sure. It's not by force that you answer this question. No, you see, they should forget about that. Forget about that World Cup. Even if they go for the qualifier, I'm not sure they can beat any of those CONCACAF nations like Jamaica, New Caledonia.
We are supposed to beat Jamaica. You mean you cannot beat Jamaica? How am I not Jamaica now? Why?
Hold on. Okay, let's wait and see now.
Okay.
We get the very best. Because at the end of the day, anything is possible in sports.
Okay now. All right. Your prediction?
Chelsea is going to win.
Okay.
2 goals to nothing.
Okay, Chelsea to win 2-0.
Yeah. Man City is going to win 3 goals to nothing.
Okay, 2-0.
2-0 for Chelsea and 3-0 for Man City.
Oh, 3-0 for Man City. All right. Okay. Jacob from where again?
Old Ife Road.
Old Ife. All right. Thank you, Old Ife Road. I needed to get your place.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
God bless you. Okay. Gradually tilting towards the end of the segment, the Bet Nigeria segment. Yeah, this segment is proudly sponsored by Nigeria's number one betting company, Bet Nigeria. One more call, then we'll wrap up this segment of the show. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Your name and location?
My name is Oladapo. Ajah side.
Oladapo from
Ajah side.
Okay, welcome.
Nigeria should move on. They should stop. They should not even participate.
So we are wasting our time, right?
Nigeria. The West Ham 1, Chelsea 2. Okay,
2-1.
Yes.
Okay.
The Man City 2.
Newcastle 0.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right. The last this one script this one just crap Wale. Hello.
Hey, sir.
Yeah, your name.
Simon calling back. Simon.
Okay, Simon.
Yes, sir. I want to see this. Yes. Okay.
Hope you sent what I asked you to send.
Yes, sir. The number you said is 080.
2747.
Yes.
0829.
08.
Okay, you know what? Send it to this number you are calling. Just send it to this number you are calling. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right.
Okay, right. I'll wait. Chelsea West Ham.
Okay, Chelsea what?
Chelsea West Ham to beat Chelsea 2-1.
Oh, Wrexham will beat Chelsea?
2-1.
Wow. I like your confidence. So if it happens, I might double your money. Okay. Newcastle.
Man City to beat Newcastle 2-0.
Okay, to beat Newcastle 2-0. All right, thank you. Okay, the calls are just coming in. Okay, this one is the last one.
Thank you for picking my call.
You're the last one.
Tell me. You know, I couldn't.
You are lucky. Just let me.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. Thank you. Okay. So I give Chelsea 2-1. Chelsea to win 2-1.
Okay, Chelsea to win 2-1. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Thank you, Tammy. You are very lucky.
Right.
Okay, that's how we wrap up this segment of the show this evening, as sponsored by our friends Bet Nigeria. We appreciate Bet Nigeria for all of the support. They promise us more, and we pray that we keep doing this and soaring very high. Bet Nigeria, God bless you for the support, and big ups to Olivia Rose for making this happen. Thank you very much. Next week we'll be back again, 4 p.m. on the Bet Nigeria segment of Complete Sport. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest. One more message from Bet Nigeria, and we wrap things up, and we enter the next segment of the show, which is Action Attraction segment. Keep it locked right here. Don't move it. My name is Pretty.
Now, wetin dey make correct leader for this game? Now, the person will be the first to play, or the person will say, then they control the levels many times. For more than 10 years, Bet Naija don dey run things from front with different games like Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One Up, Bet Book, plus including odds wey no get mate on top more than 300,000 live matches dem. This game no be chere were matter o. You dey play to win big. That's na why Bet Naija na Nigeria number one. No be for persons wey never reach 18 o. Bet Naija, truly Nigeria's number one.
100.7. Melody.
100.7.
Hello, my name is Tokwe Alabi. Keep listening to Melody FM 100.7 Basharun Ibadan. Keep listening. Don't touch it.
From deep and out. That's a smashing ball. It's Martins.
Joseph Yobo, good one.
Oh, it's just out to the phone.
Goal Odesi.
Sensational. What a wonderful finish. That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal. And something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly. And does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff.
Most definitely. Thank you for very much for still being with us. This is Melody 100.7 FM in the city of IB, the city of Force, the city with the brown roofs. And of course, this is Complete Sport, where we dissect all of the ever exciting water sports right here. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest. Bam Bam. But Bola Ibufemi is still with me, of course, right now. Let's begin to go to the Action Attraction segment of the show. When we talk about Action Attraction segment, we talk about all of the league actions all around the world. Let's begin with the FA Cup. Arsenal did what they had to do now. So Arsenal, they are still in all of the competitions this season, Bamba.
Yeah.
They are not relenting. They are not letting go of any.
Big one for Arsenal.
2-1 the game ended. And it was a winner for Iberichi Eze.
Yes. I just going back now, I saw the goal he scored and it was nice. But, the pitch so bad.
I mean, they are not EPS.
They are not EPS.
You guys should pity some of these clubs. I'm also expecting what I will see at Wrexham against Chelsea this season.
Exactly. It's going to be very tough for some of those Premier League players to play on the pitch. But Madueke scored the first goal and they equalized. I thought it was going to be a scare for Arsenal. But the only terrible issue now for them is one of their key players, Kaliafori, left the pitch injured. So it might be dicey for them, and they are chasing the Premier League.
Exactly.
And they need defenders.
You don't need someone like Ricardo Calafori to be missing.
Exactly. So for Arsenal, that's the only thing that did not go right for them. But every other thing, Ebetrezi scored. They still have a whole lot of players injured. Even Odegaard now is back with a knee injury. So I'm not even thinking about the FA Cup because it's still a long way to go. The list is still long. Maybe if the likes of Man City are out with Newcastle, them can say, okay, maybe Arsenal are on the coast of winning it. If Chelsea qualify, Man City qualify. It's still tough. So their focus should be on the Premier League right now. But good win for them.
Which one do you think is so sure for Arsenal this season? They are in FA Cup, they are in Champions League, they are in the league. Which one is still? Do you think is very sure for them? The surest of all.
This question is so tough, and I never saw it coming. Oh my goodness!
I wish we were an Arsenal fan.
None of them.
Because this is a question I want to be asking any Arsenal fan that I see now.
For me, they are in the finals in one competition. That's against is it Chelsea in the Carling?
Yes,
Carabao Cup. No, that's against Man City.
Against Man City.
Man City in the final.
Carabao. They are in Carabao. They are in FA. They are in the league. They are in Champions League.
Let me put it in a hierarchy standard. Let me say, right now, the one that they're in the finals, that's against Man City, is number one. Because they're in the finals, honestly, then number two would be the Premier League.
Okay.
Yes, they are currently first, then FA Cup, then the Champions League.
Okay, so you think Carabao is sure for them
Yes, Carabao is a bit sure. They should be able to beat Man City
in the Carabao Cup?
in the finals. Yes.
Okay. But let me tell you what Guardiola said today. That look, he's not letting go of anything again. Having seen that he still has an opportunity to win things. And he said he has won. He has issued another statement. He has won that teams should be ready next season. And they want to ship in some new guys. Eruma Bayi. That's what he's saying. And I was wondering, I thought he thought he was going to be leaving after.
That was what I was going to say. That what of Enzo Maresca? Is he not supposed
because that statement means he's not leaving yet.
He's not leaving yet. And if we're being honest, Man City have every right to still give him the job, because even with his terrible form, he's still able to grind out results for Man City irrespective. So they will still want a manager like Pep Guardiola. I mean, no one would just want to lease out a
maybe they're already thinking, what happened to Manchester United when Ferguson left?
And
it should not happen to also.
And to start all over again, it's going to be terrible.
Maresca should go and look for his job elsewhere.
But the only factor is, although it's been their club is owned by people that are really, really rich, assuming it's a club that don't have very good financiers, they would go down the drain, because for every season you're going to be increasing his contract, doing all of those things. And for Pep Guardiola, I think he's one of the richest managers out there.
Exactly.
So if you keep with the way they are buying players too.
In fact, after this man at Atletico Madrid, Pep comes next.
Yes, Diego Simeone. So if Pep renews his contract with the way they are buying new players, if they don't have good people that can actually back up their financial capacity, they'll go into bankrupt. Because we've seen teams, top teams,
exactly,
AC Milan doing well. What did they not win? They won the Champions League, all of it. But look at them, because they went bankrupt. So it might happen to them if they are not careful with the way they are spending. But so far so good. Pep is still the man for the job.
Pep is still the man for the job. Maresca, look for another job, man. Or you go, maybe you should come to Nigeria.
Manchester United, I mean, it's open for him.
Okay.
Yes.
If Carrick is doing well.
No, if Carrick can take them, no, we can't bank on Carrick for a long time now.
You can bank on Maresca. The one Chelsea sacked.
Yes.
Chelsea sacked him. You want to grab him?
Why not? One of the best managers in the Prem.
So why did Chelsea sack him if he was one of the best?
I don't know. You know, Chelsea, they are used to that mode of sacking.
They are crazy, right?
Once they see a manager coming out against the club, they go loggerheads, they sack the manager. But now,
should the manager be coming out against the club? Isn't that why you sacked Amorim?
But you know, Amorim wasn't even giving result. You back your things with result.
Okay.
When they sacked Maresca, even Chelsea fans, they were shocked because this man was grinding out results for them. So if you are going to be an aggressive manager, be aggressive and be getting results. Nobody will touch you.
Like
Mourinho.
Those days.
Those days. Even Ferguson was so tough. Even some players could not look at him. But the most important thing is he was getting the results and nobody could stop him. Pep Guardiola definitely would have some people that would not like him among the owners too, because Man City is owned by so many people. But if you are getting the results, it's more money to us. We'll leave you.
It's more or less it's more or less about the result. Bam Bam is right. Okay. So Arsenal actually went to Mansfield and beat them 1-2. I mean, you just need a victory. No matter, don't forget about how many goals they scored. It's just the victory. Now Wrexham will be playing Chelsea 6:45 this night. Of course, that game, Wrexham United will see our own Okonkwo in goal. All things being equal. So if you don't want to see anything, go and see your brother playing against Chelsea tonight. I hope they will not give him plenty goals to chop.
For Wrexham, currently in the championship, they are not doing badly. Part of the top 6, and it looks like if they can go on with their form against Chelsea, Team B, just like the way the coach has said that he might not be fielding some of the top guys. But you know, we can't trust these managers until the end of the game.
Now they might change their mind.
They can change the game and change the tactics. And when we talk about the Team B of Chelsea, remember that Chelsea have so many players that are not even playing right now.
Exactly.
There's this defender, this black defender in particular, that he has not been getting so much.
Is it the one that is tall?
Tall, yes. Even at Darabio, you can say he's part of the guys that have not been getting minutes.
Although he fielded him in the last game.
In the last game, you can use Lavia too. Lavia has not been getting. Andre Santos, you might decide not to use the likes of Rich James, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo in the middle of the park. Using Andre Santos, it could be the Team B too, because there's no way they can go into that game without fielding some of
the the type of game that Tariq George you always shine.
But now Tariq is in Everton. So for Chelsea Football Club, I still think they will grant the win. Most of the championship teams, what we always see in their game is they are miles apart from the Premier League. There's always that golfing class. It's not like some other leagues that you see the Division 2 giving the top teams to the first league teams right there. So for Chelsea, the only problem that they would have is the pitch. Yeah. Maybe that's why they might not score too many goals, because the muddy pitch.
They have to be playing cautiously. The same thing Arsenal did and play 2-1.
And you know, their priority, most of them, is to probably play and win the Premier League or qualify for the Champions League. Yeah. And you know, Chelsea now, it struggles for them, most especially qualifying for the Champions League, so they will be cautious. Hence why the coach Rosenio said that he might not be using some of his top teams. But I expect to see some top guys that are featured in Chelsea, and at the end of the day, Chelsea should be able to grind that result and get a win.
Okay, grind a win, of course, tonight. Of course, the last one tonight is at 9 p.m. Man City against Newcastle. They've been marrying Newcastle in recent times. It's like, I don't know the offense Newcastle committed, that they have to be giving Man City to them every time, and they have Man City have almost finished Newcastle.
this season alone, they played 3 times.
And they have almost finished them.
Every time you think the Newcastle have hope.
Exactly.
But it's a lie.
I'm telling
3-0.
you, even in the Champions League, if they survive their respective the round of 16 opponent, they will meet again.
They will meet, and it's becoming too much because Newcastle and Man City has been loggerheads. Even in the EFL Cup, they still met. So it's getting. How are they doing the fixtures? But I think we can't really say it's a problem for.
Exactly.
It happens like that. It's probability, and it turns out to be like that. So Newcastle, another team that looks like the best in terms of paperwork, and like Tottenham Hotspur, but when they go onto the pitch, if they meet a top team, they become the shadow of themselves. That's when you don't see the best of some of their key players like Votamata, who against Man City, I don't even see him. I expect that when you are playing against Man City, Alan is scoring, you should be scoring on the other hand. When Isak was there, that was the way Isak was trying to post threat to some of these top teams to show them that you are in charge. And for Newcastle players, it's always an avenue for them to show themselves against Pep Guardiola.
Exactly.
If you show yourself to a big team, because a lot of people would be focusing on this Newcastle game, and these players are not actually bad. Gumaresh, Gordon. So you should be able to display and not Semenyo just having you easy.
I don't even know what their problem is. They should be big time players.
They have good players. So I don't like the fact that Man City is giving them a run for their money in terms of, investment, in terms of money factor, in terms of the player quality. So definitely Man City is above them. But the way they play in the Champions League, if they can bring up that momentum against Man City, they can grind results against them. So for me, tough encounter for Man City. We can never say that something is certain, most especially when it comes to football. It could be today that eventually they will end it, because so far this season they've played 3 times and Man City have had all the wins. If Man City decides to play it cautiously by fielding players that maybe are not top, decide to field in players that maybe have not really had minutes in their team, and Newcastle come prepare, bring in the likes of Gordon, who says they cannot grind result at the end of the day. But Pep Guardiola, I know he will not be joking with this one, because everything is slipping away from him little by little. Man City, I can't even guarantee that they will win the Champions League. It's getting slim for them. People are saying Arsenal are Butler's FC, but it's still getting slim for them winning the Premier League. If he wants to get another title to convince the owners that, okay, I can still
stay another time.
Yeah, because he didn't win the Premier League last time. And we have some good managers out there like Maresca, who have been positioned to the Man City job, and he has also managed the Man City as an assistant coach. And they might be licking their lips and let's bring Maresca and take away Pep Guardiola, let him have his rest, and let's try to.
It will cost them less
money. Exactly. And Maresca might decide to just do away with the big boys. You know, young coaches always like to take away the guys that will give them a lot of problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Pep Guardiola is up there, so any player that comes, you have to bow. But Maresca will decide, and I really want young players. And if I want young players, give me my tools and I'll give you the result. And which is something that he has done with Chelsea Football Club. So it's getting dicey for Pep Guardiola. But because of the factors that I just labeled out, that Man City, everything is slipping away from them, they want to get the job done. So I still think it's a Man City win.
Okay, a Man City win according to the Sports Bam Bam. Of course, those who called us to none gave it to Newcastle. Everyone said Man City. All right, tomorrow it will continue in the FA Cup, where at 1 p.m. Fulham will take on Southampton. Of course, at 2:30 to be Port Vale taking on Sunderland, while at 5:30, of course, it will be Leeds United taking on Norwich City for the game tomorrow. To round things up in the FA Cup on Monday, it will be West Ham United taking on Brentford. So these are the things that will happen in the FA Cup for the 5th round. Let's go to the La Liga now. And of course, let me quickly update you that Wiki Tourists are up now 1-0 against, Economy Warriors are up against Wiki Tourists 1-0. Even in Bochi, Economy Warriors want to go and beat them there. Yeah. Let's see what will happen. Okay, in the La Liga, Osasuna, they played 2-0 earlier with Mallorca. And right now, Levante playing Girona. The game is goalless in the 16th minute. Atletico Madrid will be playing Real Sociedad later. And of course, the Athletic Club will play Barcelona. Let's talk about this. Last night, Real Madrid they closed the gap by just 1 point, meaning Barcelona are condemned to win this game against Athletic Club. Talking about Bilbao tonight.
Just like Atletico Bilbao, Athletic Club, they're just like Newcastle to Man City. You would think they will pose a threat against Barca, but it ends up Barca thumping them 4-0, 5-0. This season alone, Barca have met them twice, and 3-0, 4-0. That was how we ended. In fact, they've gone as far as 5-0 in recent time. So for Athletic Club, for me, they've gone really, really down. They used to be the number 4 team consistently in the Spanish La Liga, but right now
the Spanish Super Copa, they beat them 5-0.
But now they've really gone down. In fact, they're even 9th currently. And Barca, with the way Barca will understand now that Madrid, this is not their best. This is not their best time. And before Mbappe gets back, you need to grind your results.
If you can't do it,
give them gap. Give them
if
gap.
Mbappe comes back, you'll be in trouble.
Because it looks like he's the only man that can score goals for them. It took Valverde and Tchouaméni to score the goals. Where was Vini Jr.? Where was the other players? So the attackers are not giving them that result. Even had to take the midfielders to actually grind results. So Mbappe seems to be that only man to get goals for Real Madrid. So Barca, they would understand what is happening right now. The disappointment that was against Atletico Madrid, where they thought they would have done the comeback.
Exactly.
They
almost did it now.
They almost did a bomb. I mean, eventually ended at 4-3 at the end of both legs. So for me, Barca win. They will continue to dominate at 26 points, 26 games currently, and they're approaching. They need maybe 9-10 wins to be guaranteed. I said 9-10 wins. 10 wins. 10 wins. That takes 6 games.
6 games,
And to win the league, so take it step by step. Against Atletico Bilbao, they can go away from home, get the result. And who says they cannot win it? So for me, the best of Madrid is yet to come. So Barca, this is their best opportunity one more time to win the Spanish La Liga.
Their best opportunity. Of course, tomorrow 4 other games will be concluded. Villarreal will take on Elche, Getafe take on Real Betis, and Sevilla take on Rayo Vallecano, as well as the game between Valencia and Deportivo Alaves, wrapping up things up in the La Liga for the week. And of course, on Monday, Espanyol will round things up against Real Oviedo at 9 p.m. Okay, let's quickly go straight now to the Bundesliga right about now. Yes, in the Bundesliga, 5 games are going on as we speak, and 1 will be played at 6:30, and that will be FC Cologne taking on Borussia Dortmund at 6:30. But all of the games going on right now, halftime scoreline: FC Heidenheim been beaten at home by Hoffenheim 2-0. Freiburg play goalless, 2-2 draw with Bayer Leverkusen at halftime. Mainz 05 also playing 1-0 at halftime. RB Leipzig, yes, have been beaten at home by Augsburg 1-0, and first Wolfsburg playing 1-0 with Hamburger SV in the at halftime is still 1-1. And of course, just as we said it yesterday, it ended that way in the Bundesliga when Borussia Mönchengladbach were beaten like thieves 4-1 by Bayern Munich, who are moving on like runaway champions in the Bundesliga as always. David Luiz scored a goal, and of course, but funny enough, our man did not score in that goal. Harry Kane did not score.
Injured. He's injured.
Yes, he's injured.
I think it's a company tactics of keeping him to the Champions League.
Yes.
That's because he played the last game. Maybe he was just trading injury. So I guess it's not serious.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now we have scored 30 goals in the league. I mean, you should calm down.
But Chelsea, how do we call it? The one they didn't want, they asked him to go. Scored a brace. Nicola Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Opportunity for him to actually prove himself.
Jamal Musiala also scored.
So
each time I see Jamal Musiala play, I'm so happy for that boy. But the way he broke that leg.
Because when I watch it, that's what I think about. I always look at him, and sometimes
he's lucky.
He's lucky. He's lucky, and he's lucky that he's in Europe.
If it were to be in Africa, Nababian like God have mercy. Okay, all right. For the Bundesliga, for the games that will hold tomorrow in the Bundesliga, let's just quickly give them to you before we run straight to another one. Yes, only 2 games tomorrow. St. Pauli will take on Eintracht Frankfurt. Union Berlin taking on Werder Bremen. So quickly to the Serie A now. And of course, in the Serie A tomorrow, yes, for the Serie A, you have Cagliari, not tomorrow, today, Cagliari being beaten by Como again, yeah. Bamba.
They want to qualify for
Como again.
League. They want to qualify by force.
Will they be able to play Champions League with all these unknown people they are carrying up and down?
They will not go far in the Champions League, but it's going to be a statement for the
you on record.
A record for them. For Como, how they struggled from the Serie B, right now Serie A, and what Fabregas is doing. This is just the biggest thing for Fabregas in his career. And I advise Fabregas, he should not be tempted by a big club, not Barca, not all of those Real Madrid, where it could cause confusion and you are going down the drain. Till today, Xavi has not found his feet again. Some of these other top managers who have been able to grind results have not been able to get their feet together because they manage a top club, and from there they might just decide that where am I going to next. So for Fabregas, what he should be aiming at is one of the top clubs in the Serie A. He can move to AC Milan, he can move to Atalanta, even Inter Milan, but not outside of the league where the pressure becomes too much because people will judge you based on the result. But what Como is doing,
not EPL,
that one they will even finish him there. You can spend 9 days and you're out.
Oh my God. Okay, Atalanta will play Udinese later tonight, and of course Juventus will also play in Pisa. Juventus, they used to command this league, the Serie A, but right now they struggle.
Yeah.
They struggle.
They actually had bankruptcy issues too, where they had to sell most of their key players, and
they've not been able to. Really to get balance back.
And what they had to do was to get young players from different places to make up the team. Usually, we used to see experienced players come to Juventus day in day out. You see Pogba left Manchester United as an academy boy. Pelou, Tevez. Those were the guys making up Juventus in the previous years, even Buffon. But right now, they had to start all over again. Sack their manager Allegri, brought in young, fresh legs. And young, fresh legs will take you time before you get back to the top. For Inter Milan, what they are doing is the players that have been there, they kept all of them. They kept all of them for continuous season. Lautaro Martinez has been in the club for a long time. The brother of Thuram, has been in the club too for 3-4 seasons. DiMarco has been in the club for a long time. Sommer too. So they kept the stars that have always been there to continue to do justice to the Italian Serie A. But Juventus selling players and young players will not be able to grind them results. But I can see some sort of motivation, some sort of getting back. Spalletti is doing a great job in the league. I thought they were going to do well in the Champions League, but they were out, they were knocked out. But in the league, they have really been getting confidence after Igotodo. The man taking
Tottenham to where they don't know.
Another place.
Instead of them to turn back quickly, they are still following to where they don't know. They will lead them into the bush.
So for Juventus, they will get back. It's just a matter of time. 2-3 seasons, we'll see Juventus at the top.
Okay, 5 more games tomorrow in the Serie A. Lecce will play Cremonese, and of course Bologna will take on Hellas Verona. Fiorentina will take on Parma. Genoa take on AS Roma, and of course AC Milan taking on Inter Milan. That should be a cracker.
Yes.
They play on the same stadium.
Yes.
So they play on the same pitch. So there's no away, there's no home. They are both on the sang pitch. I mean, it's a battle of the Milano guys tomorrow.
Big game in previous years. It used to be a bang. In fact, the post games in the middle of when we had top players play from both teams. But now I think the competition has really gone down just because one team is doing extremely well, is on the high. The other team, we'll say they're just coming up. They're not at their best shape. That's AC Milan. But you know the funny thing about the team, AC Milan always in derbies defeat them, exactly. Inter Milan. And
they are
Inter Milan,
brothers.
Inter Milan will be top of the league. AC Milan could be sixth, but AC Milan will go
beat them in the
derby and beat them. And for this time, Inter Milan, they really need to prove a point against AC Milan. It's getting too much. Having 3 derbies and AC Milan winning, it calls for concern. And if you are winning the league, you should also have the bragging right of winning your derbies too, because that's how to brag. We won all our derby games. We won the league. That's the bragging right. Last season they won the league, but still, no, they didn't win the league last season. It was Napoli.
No, it was Napoli.
But they were close until the final day. But AC Milan still defeated them. So for me, another tough one between these two teams. For Inter Milan, they would be missing Lautaro Martinez.
He's still missing him.
He's injured, so they are using a particular young boy to play the game with this man Thuram in front of the goal for them. So that experience will be lacked a bit because Lautaro Martinez is a big man when it comes to playing derby. So AC Milan, they are half-fine players. Rafael, Rabiot, and all of them. It's only Loftus-Cheek who left the game. Sometimes they go very, very with a severe injury, head injury, where blood was popping out of his nose. So tough game. Honestly, hard to predict, but maybe a draw at the end of 90 minutes.
Well, a draw at the end of 90 minutes. But to wrap it up, on Monday, Lazio will take on Sassuolo. That's in the Italian Serie A for the games going on right there in the Italian Serie A. Okay, don't forget, we told you last night, Napoli will play Torino, and it ended 2-1. As Napoli is like they want to repeat what they did last season, Bamba.
They want to do it, but can they do it? That's a major issue.
That's the question.
That's a big issue for them, because when in the beginning of the season, when they had like most of their key players injured, De Bruyne, Lukaku, even Neres also injured, Di Lorenzo, and all of them injured with very, very serious injury. It only took Scott McTominay to be the man doing the job for them. But now they have some of their players back for them. With Kevin De Bruyne, it looks like Kevin De Bruyne is back for them. Anguissa is also back for them. Lukaku back. So right now, it's just at the point between the number one, that's Inter Milan with 67 points, and Napoli 56 points is a bit too much. 11 points. That's quite
the gap is,
the gap is wide. Ordinarily, if it was in the middle of the season, I think Napoli would have been able to prove a point. But right now, it's so tough for them. They can't catch up. Can't catch up. They should just watch and continue to, or pray for the Champions League, because that's all that is open to them. We know how Conte is terrible with Champions League game. But even the Conte itself, after this season, we might not see Conte again there. Maybe he has moved to another club.
He's a one-season man. He doesn't last long. I don't mind him. Okay, in the League on, Nantes will play Angers. That will be at 5 p.m. And of course, at 7 p.m., Auxerre will take on Strasbourg. I call them Chelsea Light. And of course, for 5 minutes past 9, Toulouse will be playing Marseille. Marseille is a club that showed that they had something to prove earlier, Bamba. But it's like right about now, there's confusion everywhere.
Yeah, confusion in the land for them. Even against Toulouse, in their last cup game, they lost after penalty shootout. So a lot of things is going wrong with Marseille, and it boils down to the fact that they've not been able to get themselves together.
Could it be De Zerbi that led across them all of
they were so. I know De Zerbi can be very, very aggressive as a manager. He might be asking for some silent players, and you might go in a very, very tough moment, because the sporting director of Marseille is somebody that I've listened to, and he also always acknowledged the fact that De Zerbi is one big dog. When he talks in a really, really aggressive manner, but he has been able to control himself, and anything he wants, they always try as much as possible to get it together. But you know, clubs sometimes they might just look at the financial burden too. Might think about signing things, and maybe might not really do everything for the coach. So for De Zerbi, when he wasn't getting a result, they felt like that was the moment to let De Zerbi go off. And for them, they didn't prepare for the aftermath of De Zerbi, because what we are seeing with the current Marcel is something so bad. De Zerbi was going to take that team even to the Champions League spot. They were cemented at second, third, but now they have dropped to fourth. I'm only concerned right now. I'm a big fan of De Zerbi, but now that it's not with the club, I'm more concerned about the Nigerian who just moved. Nadi. Because he has really not been getting minutes. So it's one thing to talk about that. Why did they sign him if they don't want to give him minutes? But
just like Chris Santos.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that.
Chris Santos.
Wow. But I'm just concerned about the Nigerian player.
No, I'm talking about Chris Santos, who is going back to his
to
Getafe after he couldn't do anything.
It made me laugh because I forgot that he was even in Crystal Palace. I rarely see it.
I'm telling you. Okay, for games that will be happening tomorrow in the French Ligue 1, Lens will play Metz, and of course Brest will do battle against Le Havre. Of course Lille will do battle against Lorient. Nice are up against Orange, and Lyon do battle against Paris FC. But bam bam, the unthinkable happened last night in the French Ligue 1 when PSG against Orlod lost 3-1.
Monaco.
Did you see that coming?
I didn't see it coming, but why did Monaco take this long?
I'm telling you, to prove that they can do something.
Can do something.
At the Parc des Princes. Because yesterday you said they will win by all means necessary. But Monaco stunned everybody.
They stunned them. But I think I also made reference that Monaco, they've been a free scoring side lately. And that was what they were able to prove right there. They start with most of their key players. That's PSG, Bakola, Kvaratskhelia. I said Fabian Ruiz is still injured, so they had to go with Vitinha and Emery right there in the middle of the park. But still, Monaco, Folari Balogun is in a very good form.
Yeah.
I don't know why he decided not to switch to Nigeria, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But
see everybody that will switch.
These names are too conk for them to be playing abroad.
Conk
Nigerian
names. Folari Balogun. Two dialectal names.
But it took Monaco this long to get their shape together. If they had started this season, we would have actually seen a team that would give PSG a run for their money. Lens, I say it anytime, although with 53 points, currently second, PSG 57 points, currently first, Lens is not that team to give PSG a run for their money. Monaco, if they were with 53 points and PSG with 57 points, I can still say that, at the end of the season, we might see a shocker. But Lens is not that team, because heading to all of their games, I'm not confident. Even Lyon that have gone through so many phases, I just think they are trying to get themselves at the top 4 level. So Monaco, it took them long. They were experimenting, giving Pogba new time to showcase himself. Pogba will come into the pitch. Well, they should have just started well. That's my point. They should have started well. Even with the injury worries right now, they are still doing really, really well. So for Monaco, big one for them, big win for them, and hopefully, if they qualify to the next phase of the Champions League, we want to see like the best of Monaco.
Exactly, most definitely. Good one for them. Let's see, maybe we could have a different thing happening at the League On this season. Can it happen? Only time will tell. All right, those are your action attractions for today. Now, quickly, the coach of Brazil, Carlo Ancelotti, Don Carlo, says that because of the injury to Rodrigo, because he already pinned him down for the World Cup, he's now thinking of recalling Neymar for the World Cup, because Rodrigo will be missing the World Cup. He's thinking Neymar will be the man. Right now, Neymar is in another soup because his former chef has taken him to court now. The former chef said he puts her through a whole lot of terrible working condition while she was a chef to the Brazilian footballer. And about now the matter is in court, and this is a man who wants to go to the World Cup. Another one for Neymar. Wala, following Neymar everywhere.
When we talk about a player that has experienced backlash, taking to court and all of this phase, he's just one very lucky player that every moment that the other gender tries to pin down this brother, he always have strong evidence.
Why must it be about him every time?
Why is he always
this gender should leave this guy alone?
He's a fine boy. Himself, he doesn't want to take care. The Brazilian boys, we know them.
No, they like what I do too. They like
all those things too. So
they love to flex.
Exactly. I've never heard just few of them. Only Estivalda well, he goes to church and all, but a Brazilian married, having like the Messi kind of married and Ronaldo sticking to one girl. I've never heard it. It's
they love club life. If you want to see how Brazilian live, come to Lagos Island. You see there.
But another moment for Neymar, and sometimes the other gender too, when they see that this is an opportunity for them to make so much money, they always try to take advantage of it. But you think about it in Nigeria, do you even have this kind of laws that, because we see people use their nani anyhow and nothing is being talked about?
Exactly.
But for Neymar Jr., the matter will be taken to court. That's where it will be settled. And Brazilian law is always very, very strict. But I know that their law says their helps should always work for 8 hours, and it looks like it's above the amount of time according to the lady, because we've not heard Neymar's point of view right there. And she was also talking about the fact that the house is so big, because the Brazilian players and footballers, they have big houses and all of it. So if it's just one person cleaning that house, it's too much and all of it. But still an advantage for the other gender, because they always see this opportunity. This is not the first time they've tried to mar a player's career just because of they earn so much and they actually want to make money. Because once you take it to court, some things, there's always a payment, big money payments for them if they eventually win the cases right there. So for Neymar, let's just wait and see what the Brazilian courts will do. Should he be caught guilty, definitely will pay fines, because I don't think he would require him to go to
jail. This one is not a jail.
Just fines.
I think the woman too needs money.
Money too.
She wants to collect money.
And if he doesn't, Neymar has got good money, so
big boy. Let's wrap things up with the breaking news from Katsina United. They declared one of their players, Uche Collins, awoke.
Wow.
They said he's been gone now without official leave, so they don't know where he is.
Did they give him contract?
They said the players have been missing since the clash against Rangers on February 22 at Mohamed Diko Stadium. So now they don't know where he is.
The players.
They say he's still under contract. So where is he? The guy has disappeared.
Wow. What I can just say is, do these players have?
They issued a warning actually. They say any club that tries to recruit this player will be in trouble without permission. Will face a lawsuit
in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's what their chairman is saying. The name of their chairman is Mohamed Baba. He said, "We'll take you to court, bam bam."
If the player goes to Europe, signs a deal that will require the parent club to get dollars too, then let me see if they will not take it now.
No, they will sue the club.
So
they will sue the club. That's how it is. All right, so thank you for being part of the show this beautiful day. Okay, let's wrap things up at this time. Big ups to Bam Bam for analyzing all of this with me this beautiful day. We'll be back on the next one. That will be next Saturday on Complete Sport. Thank you so much, Bam Bam, for making it happen.
Thank you.
All right, let me have a breather now. I'll be back in 2 hours for Old School Show, where we'll take you back in the day, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Big ups to you for being with us. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest. Keep it locked right here. Don't move it. Don't touch it. The show comes through. And of course, so many things coming on your radio.